Hello and welcome to the Taccion Mind. I am Brandy, and today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the energies that are swirling around. One moment, please. Okay, for those of you that are new, welcome in to the Tachyon Mind. We also do Tachyon Triages live, so if you're interested in getting live questions and answers with me, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because sometimes I go live at certain times and sometimes it's a surprise time. So if you want to be there, then make sure you do that. Or if I resonate with you. And thank you for being here. To everyone who has been here previous, welcome back. It's good to see you. So I'm feeling like I should talk a little bit about the channelings that I've got. There's been so many, but we'll do like the best we can here. So I got this channeling, this very strong channeling about someone who is losing an inheritance. And I'm here to tell you that for some of you who are supposedly losing an inheritance, it's not that you're losing an inheritance at all, because you inherited the one thing that can never be repossessed or taken or sold off, and that is your DNA. So that's a very important message for someone out there. Also, I received multiple flight, like birds, hawks, eagles. I think that some of you may have energies where you feel like they're circling around you as you are sort of in some sort of a difficult situation. Okay. But remember, you're the eagle and you will persevere here. You will find freedom. For some of you is a big thing, and the energy as well. Freedom is coming. I also seen cardinals. I seen yellow birds. Today I seen 2 yellow birds circling in sort of this vortex energy above my head. And we'll talk about that a little bit if that's something that resonates for you as well. And you may be seeing a lot of birds, and you might be seeing a lot of things that fly. I also had a dragonfly land directly on my throat, which was quite interesting. It shook me up. It like shocked me. I was like, oh. And so some of you might hear some sort of transformative communication, or something that sort of a truth or a speech that changes everything, right? It changes things. I also feel like there is sort of this energy with the 2 yellow birds, about like duality or double the light. Maybe you enter into energies with someone that is the same octave and sort of the energy vortexes in a good way. So you may be mirrored like the inner you that is actually not an illusion, for the first time. There's like spiritual duplication, and there's a lot of like guardian and protective energy here that I'm picking up, or I've been getting in the last couple of days. Be careful for burns, like small burns. I will tell you that. And issues, like small issues with your cars. Okay. Sudden small issues with your cars. Check your tire pressure, check the air, make sure if you got like something showing in your tire treads that like you get that changed, because like I don't want anybody to get hurt. Sometimes we can get busy and we just sort of forget things, right? We forget to take care of things. So, or we don't have time or whatever, but we need to prioritize the tires. We need to prioritize those little maintenance things, because those little things is what keeps the big things rolling. I feel like I need to say. All right. Some of you may have felt this suffocating energy the last, couple of months. And I feel like for some of you, there's something that is extremely difficult for you to face. Now, some of you, this is from childhood. Some of you, this is from a situation that you're dealing with within relationship and partnership, something that are really reflecting upon, you're really looking at, and you're seeing like, as I have grown, is this still a part of the essence of the future that I want to create? And I do feel that very heavily. Some of you are having some issues with home, family, and sort of family secrets I hear is coming forward, like things that you wanted to know might be getting clarity on. um it's important for me to tell you, don't focus on, if you're one of the frequencies I was picking up on, the inheritance, like don't get focused on, you shouldn't tie your identity to a physical thing like a house, getting a house or getting, a car or something like that. And I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just saying the inheritance is already yours. The legacy is within your veins, it's within your DNA. So some of you might be feeling like things shifting drastically, things changing. It's been very difficult. It's sort of going in a way that you had not anticipated, that you had not sort of envisioned. You're doing the best that you can to sort of keep up with the movements that you feel is necessary. I feel like it's very busy, and I do feel a very tired energy again. I do want to remind you that it's necessary to rest, and I want you to do that, okay? In whatever way that is. If it's, you know, turning off your phone for 24 hours, if it's watching a movie, taking a bubble bath, like finding people that you can truly let down and trust with. That's so important right now in the energy. It really is. The last few weeks have been sudden. They've been shifting, and they've given you sort of this peak of what could be and what was, and what was, I feel like isn't going to be the way that you thought it was, if that makes sense. It's very sudden, it's very confusing, even, we'll say the word confusing. I feel like this full moon has really activated some crazy energies. It's really sort of brought some illumination to some things that really need to be pivoted on, and even some power dynamics have come to the light here. um I had also seen a frog, so that might resonate with some of you. A frog, and it was not alive, okay, which was really disturbing at first, but like as I sat there and I sort of thought about it, um, it just reminded me of physical boundaries. And I feel like some of you are sort of working on physical boundaries. You're working on showing where it's a hard no. You're also I feel like the dead frog is representing sort of like transformation, right? Because it goes from a tadpole to a frog, so there's transformation there to change from one state to another, and it's really bringing up like an old stagnant or a toxic sort of swamp in like energy, okay? Past traumas, codependencies, and I'm feeling like relationships, right? For a lot of people. Now I can only teach from a place that I know, that's Leo rising, but I do feel it's in the relationship sector as well. And I do think that's across the board. Like if something hasn't been the best, I do feel like that is climaxing and it's coming to a head. Either you're gonna sit down and work this shit out, you're gonna have the conversation, or it can only bend so much before it breaks. And a lot of you will work it out, but there is certain situations for some of you that you're in where you realize that sort of holding on to this is stagnating, hurting you, or it's just simply not in your best or highest good anymore, right? I do feel like some of you are trying to look at something different. Maybe you've looked at all different aspects of something here. Um, and then it's sort of bringing me to the vision where I saw the two birds flying together, and they were flying over my head. And it's like these were yellow birds representing like sun energy, lunar energy. They were vibrant, playful. Um, they weren't landing, they were flying. interacting, like creating sort of this energy from moving from this deceased frog to, and letting you know that you're moving away from something in your life, right? To move to double that, if it makes sense to you. I mean, if you're not into this, you won't understand what I'm saying, but if you are aligned, you will understand. I'm trusting it gets where it needs to go. I mean, they were flying so close to each other that if they would have made a mistake, it would have hurt them both. So it was a perfect sort of spiraling circle that they were flying in. And to me, it represented a golden vortex energy, clarity, joy, happiness. Like some of you are really being pulled like to move forward. And for Leos, I feel like it's a divine coronation, right? Like it's turning up and pulling down that energy to sort of up level you or give you the energy that you need, like almost like a generator, but at the same time, it's transmuting or pulling off this remnant stagnant energy that is no longer aligned for you. And the truth is, like, there's something where, simply put, the old cycle is dead. And that's difficult sometimes, you know. Sometimes this very scenario here that I'm picking up can really challenge someone's entire existence, right? Um, I don't know. For some of you, I feel this really savage courage energy inside you. You know, strength is not about what we do on the outside. It's the inner strength that you really, people don't notice, right? And that's where true strength comes from. But some of you also have went through the phase where you've surrendered to what you know you can't change, can't trust, and you've decided to no longer fight in an energy where it's not going to change anything. And you may be saying this to people in and around your energy, it's not worth the fight, it's not, you know what I mean? Or it could be you thinking this. Your heart is helping you make decisions right now. The heart is the key to see. I don't know. I just feel like your love is being reborn, like your heart is being reborn. That's something that's consistently coming through in the channelings that I've been feeling. There is some karma in the energy, something that sort of come from behind, you know, take that as it resonates. All right. And there's been some sort of evolution that has occurred. Like you've released something, you've let something go, but it could be being brought back up. Maybe this is something from your childhood home, childhood situation, or like family lineage, ancestor. It feels very, you know, very heavy. I feel like there is sort of this Saturnian energy where it's asking you like what it is that you do want. And some of you are feeling that karmic test. I just spoke about the karma. Like you're feeling the push, you're feeling tested. Do you really want this? You know? And some of you there's a relationship that looks good, that require like it gives you accomplishment. There is sort of material things that are like a trap almost, I want to say. um it feels like, and I hate to even use this word, but it's almost as if some of you feel trapped within a relationship, maybe because it's not going in the way that you wanted it to go, or there's disappointment there, or there's some sort of, the energy just feels like Saturnian debt, right? A loop. Some of you've repeated certain things, right? Like, 315. Someone around you may be mourning the loss of something physical, you know what I mean? Like a house, a car, something they feel like they didn't get. And maybe you're mourning a childhood home, a childhood in general, your childhood, right? Maybe some things are kind of coming up there. I just keep feeling like familial secrets are being exposed too. Like that's something that's coming up. Like if somebody had sort of like this question about something, I do feel like, and I feel like what the truth, and that's not the only truth that I'm picking up, but for some of you, like there's a truth within like the fourth house that could change everything, you know? This truth could change everything. I always say the truth will set you free. And this is about freedom. Maybe you're dealing with a sibling that feels this way, or you yourself. Maybe it's dealing with inheritance, you know, maybe it's dealing with like home, roots, family. And that doesn't have to be for everyone. Some of you, it's a relationship sector, you know, your relationships, your partnerships and whatnot. Someone feels like excluded or lied to or mistreated. I need to say that some of you who's dealt with a difficult upbringing, this is something that's coming through for you. If you were in a difficult upbringing, a broken home, the way you handled yourself and within that dynamic, you know, was beautiful. You showed your inner strength. But for some of you, the way you saw love handled in a situation or a broken situation, maybe in childhood or within your partnerships now, the way somebody handled something, you know, it might be reminding you of something. And that might be why I'm picking up that karmic cycle, right? Like maybe you're seeing similarities within someone, something. Hmm. Some of you, I'm getting like nervous system programming coming up. So like some of you might be working through shadow work or like trying to help a partner, help of a friend, help like a partner, a marriage partner, children, you know, siblings, even your parents maybe are, you're trying to sort of break some kind of like nervous system programming. Um, maybe you've really broke out of like survival mode, and or you don't want that anymore, and you want to truly like be sovereign in your energy and live and experience life. Like you're wanting, for some of you, like your partners that you're with, like you don't want to be with partners that sort of mirror the chaotic things that you've seen in your childhood or your past or whatever. You want someone to mirror this light. And I'm seeing the two birds. You're gonna find an energy, whether it's a friend, whether it's whatever it is, it's like spiritual duplication, or it's like light duplication, like it's times two. I don't know, that's for some of you. You don't want a partner that wants you to fix them. You want, you know what I mean, or who drains your spirit. Like you don't want that. Like you're wanting something where it's just an existence, and it complements well. That's the word that's coming, complements well. I just heard maybe some of you are dealing with emotional addictions from some people here, or like you feel like you've been paying or carrying an emotional debt that doesn't belong to you, or something within a relationship or a partnership that doesn't belong to you. You've had that put on you and you feel like you've had to sacrifice. Some of you have been dealing with low vibrational trapping, like where you have dealt with someone or a situation, a job. I don't know. You insert here what that is for you, but there's been some sort of low vibrational trapping where, you know, and again, I'm being told to tell you, like, sometimes, you know, fight for the things that you believe in. I'm always going to tell you that. But sometimes if you're in such a corrupt structure, or there's weaponization within certain things, you know what I mean? And there's no way that your action is going to create a positive, sustainable change because of the people you find yourself around. You know, it's not worth it. Sometimes it really needs to be that you pull your energy back, because it's your absence that's really going to speak, you know, the loudest thing, right? And maybe some of you are having situations where you're sort of having silence spells in your relationships or something like that. I do feel like there's a huge purging, and like so if you're dealing with a partner that's very triggered or trying to work through things here, like you're trying to build, for some of you, like a stable relationship, but it feels like it's on quicksand for some of you. Like for some of you it's solid. It just depends on where you're at. I'm supposed to tell you, for someone out there, there is this energy for inheritance. And again, your inheritance isn't a home. It isn't a car. It isn't a piece of land. You know what I mean? It's not partners validation or any of that shit. It's legitly like something within you. It's a frequency, an essence that can never be taken away, right? It can never be repossessed, sold, given to someone else. Like I heard, your true legacy is or your true inheritance is your legacy. Hmm. Self-care is a big thing. Like I'm feeling like, you know, as this stuff is being purged out of your energy, or you're making the positive, healthy changes that you need, I feel like some of you might be focused on self-care, emotional sort of healthiness, if that makes sense to you. Don't take what doesn't resonate. Man, some of you are getting a stark truth, and it's going to change everything, you know, and it's different for each of you. Your resilience is being tested, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of you are moving out of sort of this survival instinct. You know, maybe this is why I'm getting this. Maybe you guys have survival instinct etched into the helix of your DNA, and you're sort of breaking generational survival modes, not instincts. I don't want to say, because it's part of you evolving, but it's like you don't want to be stuck in sort of the survival mindset energy or something like that. Only when it's necessary. Mm. I don't know. I think you see where, for some of you, I think you see where certain toxic work partnerships or relationships or like family situations had to break, so that, you know, you would really embrace the truth and be free to be who you are, right? I don't know. There's a huge transformation. I'm going to talk more about the birds, because I'm seeing the birds, love and abundance, love and abundance. Like they're sort of circling overhead. And I feel like with two yellow birds circling above the head, like that's a significant, because it's a double. I just heard cosmic halo. So some of you have this cosmic vortex energy, this cosmic halo energy that's going on. It's clearing out sort of like mental fog. It's bringing in truth. It's removing guilt, and it's leveling out karma. Relationship trauma. Okay. Something is stopping with you. I just heard that very clearly. The transmission stops with you. So it's like when you choose to remove your energy from something that you know cannot be fixed. And again, that was where I was getting the channeling. Like we don't fight things that we know isn't going to change anything. We take our energy and we put it into something more positive that we know we can create a change, right? Especially when it's up against like a corruptive nature. Somebody needs to hear this. Like you cannot save a partner who refuses to save themselves. Like that is very strongly coming through. I hope that doesn't resonate with you, but I am hearing that. You got to let them choose to be like in resistance to that transformation if that's what they want. It's not a place to, you know, it's a free will thing. And some of you are surrendering the need to fix what is broken. You don't always have to fix everything, you know? And I feel like as you sort of do this, you're regenerating your energy. And I feel like you start seeing more affirmations. Things are super strong around you. I feel like you stop attracting people who need to be fixed. Like that's a big thing. It's more so for those of you that are having partnership problems, like these partnerships that are coming in are built on mutual freedom, you know, and you can clearly tell the difference. It's got an air of maturity to it, and you'll know of what I speak. I don't know. It's interesting. Like there's an authority, like a rational authority that's being applied to your energy. And that they were above the head. Major pivot. I just hear you have a major pivot in your life that's coming up, like a major pivot in your life. They're bringing up something where, what's the word? Animals flying in a geometric pattern, like sacred geometry. So they were in circles. They're like becoming conduits for the sacred geometry. So you might be noticing animals, again, birds. I don't know. It's almost like they're helping you energetically. It's like this is showing you like they're helping you manipulate the energy and they're like changing the electromagnetic field around you and around your body. Like some of you that'll resonate, some of you that won't. Depends on where you're at. It does affect your DNA too. You know, that is coming through again, like your ancestors, your ancestry. It's affecting your DNA, affecting your future. And I'm just hearing like kinetic vortex, kinetic vortex. Geez, I don't want to say that. I'm afraid to say that. I just heard tornado of light, but don't freak out. I'm not saying a tornado. Okay, I'm literally channeling like a tornado of light, like it's pulling the light down to you. Okay. Sometimes the way I get those channelings, I don't like to say that because I don't want to scare anybody, but that's not what I mean. Something with two. Whatever that means to you. The negative is being pushed out and up. It's being transmuted. You know what I mean? Like if any of you work with energy, you'll understand what I'm saying. Like, it's like the stagnant energy is being sucked away. The heaviness, the dense energy, any grief, you're working through it. Anything that's sort of been there. Maybe you were unaware of it at one point. It's weird because it's putting this vortex energy is placing an energetic boundary around you that those who do not vibrate in the same magnetic energy, it's like protective energy boundary. It's like boundaries are big for you guys right now, whether it's at work, somebody's crossing your boundary, whether it's within partnership, somebody has crossed a boundary. It's something that's sort of, because I can see a person and they're looking back, like someone crossed a boundary. And for some of you, it's a hard one to ignore. I got a little nauseated, and I tend to do that if it's a negative energy. Somebody did something that hurt you, was toxic, in and out, or they just didn't show up like you felt like. Tua, I'm hearing, kind of sounds like a chant for like karate or taekwondo. Tua frequency, I heard. Don't know what that is. If it's meant for you, you'll know. There's like a new reality that is being forged for you, and that's one of the reasons so many things are changing. It's a lot of change. It's interesting because if I lean deeper into the channeling of the two birds, like one represents the mind and one represents the psychic intuition. So if you're resonating with the two yellow birds, you've done work. There's like some gifts there. Also, I feel like, again, maybe this is through your ancestry or like something's activating within you. Maybe your intuition is getting strong. Maybe your intuition is screaming to you to sort of remove your energy from something that could be. And if that's the case, I suggest you listen to yourself. It's a cohesion too in the thought process. It's very interesting what I'm getting because it's cohesion. I call it hemidextrous. Like, the hemispheres are more functional, clears out mental fog. Like your intuition's perfectly the way that it needs to be. It's emerging between the physical and spiritual plane. Master manifestors right now. And some of you are trying to manifest something. I'm seeing this sort of twisting force of energy like underneath of the yellow birds. Okay. Okay, this isn't going to make sense, but I just heard spiritual duplication and spiritual torque. I don't even know like how to. Okay. Mm-mm. It's going to resonate for somebody. I am getting like the ring of fire that come through in some of the channelings as well. but it's like I can see it in the Aquarius full moon, but it's also these birds, these yellow birds that are in this circular flight above my head, you know, that I see, and I see like a ring of fire. Some of you are really breaking some linear thought process, right? Like you're not thinking linearly, you're thinking more abstractly, like differently. Like there's a difference in the way you speak and the way you think. Something's like like it's expanding, spherical in nature. Okay, they're bringing up that the other channeling that I got, like the Karmic Rearview Mirror, and they're saying like don't constantly look backwards, right? And I actually got in that channeling like stork bites on the back of the neck, or like there's a birthmark or something there, um, from like a past life or something like that. This may not resonate with you, because it's literally just some of the channelings that I got. It doesn't mean it's generalized. You know, it's not going to be for everybody. But don't look straight backwards, because if you're looking backwards all the time, you can't see what's going on. I mean, it's okay to look there to see what's around you and what's going on, but you can't constantly, like you can't drive a car and look in your rearview mirror while you drive. You're going to get in a collision, right? And maybe you need to pay attention when you're driving or something like that. It might be something like that, like that I'm getting to. But for those of you, you know, where you've really been doing some shadow work, or you've been looking backwards, you know, are you living in the past? Like that's my question to you, because if you're there long enough, you become that thing, and you can't, you'll be forgotten if you're there. You know, we have to be present and live here, right? And it's something with the yellow birds or ancestors is like telling you it's time to release and let go, and step forward and live your life, enjoy your life, have fun, do what it is that you're meant to do. Fulfilling your potential. I just heard your future, the halo. Hmm. Some of you guys are breaking major ancestral trauma. Okay, that's what you've been doing. I feel like some of you in the last couple of months. I'm proud of you. It's not easy. Or you're breaking away from really difficult karmic situations. That's not easy. I'm proud of you. You have love ingrained in your DNA. Your true legacy is your heart. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. That's what I'm getting for your energy. I'm trying to think if I should lean more into this karmic review mirror, but I kind of don't feel like that's pertinent to this right now. Some of you guys are breaking programming, like I said, like you're definitely, the only thing that I will say, because I feel like this is not the right timing for this, so I'm going to listen. If you do not check your rear view, you crash. Okay. So remember, you do have to check your surroundings. Mirrors give us um, awareness of what is around, but objects may appear closer than they really are, or farther away than they really are. And that's what I got for you. So I love you guys. Let me know if you got anything from this. If you like this content, subscribe. And until next time, stay in your Taccion Mind. Peace.